Hello guys and welcome back to Field of Glory Empires. We are still in war with Arabia, but there's only two places of theirs that we do not have occupied. And I wonder, do they really want peace? Would you let me absorb you? No? I don't know if they're actually going to let me do this at all. I'm just trying to take over as much as is humanly possible. Oh, they would probably accept being my client state, but I don't want just my client state. I want your land so that I could expand up to my next foe. Although I might need a nice time of peace to kind of recover. But I'm going to try to capture as much as I can here in the long run until we're just about ready. Well, we could ask them, you know, see what they give us. Where's the new palace? This is a new palace over here. Okay. There's not a lot defending here, so even though there's like one camel that's not very happy, there's two camels that are not very happy. We could go on the assault pretty much immediately. Also, this can have a building. I haven't really looked at this at all. Let's move you up to food. Plague. Oh, great. Plague. I love that. Isn't that amazing? I love having the plague. Who wouldn't? A smokehouse sounds nice. I don't care if we have to import it. Just get a smokehouse put over here. That seems to be the thing to do. This is in Saracena. This one, I really don't know about this one. I could try to go on the attack. Nobody's hurt. But this, I don't know. Well, they only have 5 dudes even with the palace guards. So I don't know if we're going to show up with proper effectiveness. But we'll go on the assault. We'll go with both units right now. Again, I don't know what not having food here for a turn is going to do to our effectiveness. It might do something. Something I don't like. Move you there to infrastructure so we can maintain what we have. This, you don't really need to be on culture when there's so many other problems. Yes, there's a revolt risk, but don't worry about it. Anchorage done in Elam. That was nice and fast. I can already go for a harbor. So I feel like I really don't want to do that. Ooh, a flax field. I think I really want to do that. Just conquered bonus is making this not very happy for food, but it is in a bigger province, so hopefully it'll do okay. Does it really need the culture? Yeah, it does really need the culture because that's all that stands between it and revolt risk. Next, a wheel maker has been built over here, adding a lot to local infrastructure. We do have cattle locally, and thus we can build a smokehouse, or we could go for culture with the worship palace. The royal tomb is over here. That's providing quite a lot already. So, you know what? It's not that easy to say which one of these I should build. Food and health is always good. Definitely we could use some food. So long as that palace is there, we don't really need the worship place, but it would be nice. I usually end up prioritizing culture recently. Let's get a smokehouse built here. I think that could be pretty useful. And then it would help with the food. It would help with health, would help with food, you know. Then we got a palisade over here because we totally needed that in the middle of the desert, right? Yeah, dude. Totally. I'd say some more food would be nice. The shepherd house, use some infrastructure. That's fine. That works out with this setup pretty well. A new population has been born here. It's in food. Yeah, we could use some food. We're getting the Orientation Tribune there. So yeah, we could use some food. We received a slave after battle. I think I also purchased some slaves recently. I gotta try to redistribute those soon. Man, the infrastructure costs of what I'm building are not very happy. I'm gonna move another guy to infrastructure just so we keep that nice and in the positive. The slave adds to food production anyway. We got more population over here, which unlocks the ability to build something. Build what? A sacred estate. 0 slot usage. Lots of culture. All the culture, in fact, and loyalty. We could really use that here. All right, give me that. We finished a street parlor here as well. We have so many culture buildings, like no money buildings. Scriptorum. Culture. It's all about culture, culture, culture. Welfare doesn't seem to be adding a whole lot more, honestly. Kind of weird. But I know we just took some guys off infrastructure. We could go for the Builder's Hall. We could also go for some of this other crap. I don't know. I think the infrastructure bonus here would be very useful from the Builder's Hall. Or there's the Siege Workshop. But that doesn't really lead to anything that I care about. We don't have to worry that much about this. So long as this has a wall, I'm happy. The chance of this getting attacked is like little to none. Split. Wow, that worked. I didn't even have to hit any special buttons. Heavy infantry. You need to just go after him. Regular, you need to go after them. Thank you. And join up. Over here we can build something. Probably because we purchased a slave and it added to the total. What shall we build? I can get a warehouse or more food, a pleasure house, but we don't have perfumes. I guess the warehouse would be pretty nice. We only have the one slot available, so I don't know. This could produce wax, needs honey, trading required. And a nearby structure would produce more culture if I were to build this. This is just a way to get a resource, basically. For a little bit more culture from something. I don't know. I think I'd rather take the infrastructure bonus from the warehouse. I think I'm gonna do that for right now, and that will help balance this out a lot better, I think. 3 of the new archers are out. That's good. That looks good to me. Since we're already splitting these guys up, let me, can I don't know, there's like a shift click or something? No, not really. You just specifically click them, essentially. Maybe I can, like... no. I don't know if there's a shortcut to do this, but... I'll take these guys. I want to split them off. Also, the main stack needs a new general. Let's look at our youngest boys. Defense penalties. We don't really ever use defense. This guy's got a lot of a defense bonus, but look at that. Flanker. Attack bonus, movement bonus, but only in open terrains. Also 40. But this guy, he's just pretty good. He's 23. I'm going to take that guy. That guy looks pretty good. It's going to lower the experience all around the board. These units, I only really see myself using in kind of like a defensive way anyway. So, someone that's good at defense would be pretty good there, including this 4-year-old, Scopus. I don't know where I'm going to send them, though. Somewhere that needs defending, right? The loyalty here is okay. Revolt risk is at 0. It's not that amazing over here. But it is part of Characina, so it does have, like, access to food or whatever, so we could just keep going that way. That's the first place that would really actually need this. And they can get there very quickly. By sailing? Huh. Alright, well, whatever works. And then there's a lot more. There's a lot more. But I'll have these guys split up for, like, police duty and... garrison, defensive duty, and like walled areas, because they add to the defense of a location since they're technically ranged units that can defend the location. So that would be good. Otherwise, everybody else already has their orders. My manpower is terrifyingly low, and it's only plus 13 right now. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, that's not great. It's because we're building 2 fucking archers a turn. That's why. Because we're building 2 archers a turn. That's 15 a pop. I can't really afford this right now. I got all the frontline units I need. Now I need these. I don't have the ability to just purchase more. Well, I do, but only if I sell metal. I don't want to sell metal. I want to sell money. So I might have to cancel this a bit. You can build too quickly, honestly. That's the problem. So, we'll just chill out with these 3 for right now. We'll chill out with these and wait until we can make some more. Why is my client state taking land? You're not at war with anyone. I guess this was not owned by anyone, or it rebelled, or something like that. I remember something being weird right here earlier, but I guess that's it. So that's nice. My client state expanded. That's always great. Hopefully one day they like me enough that I can just fucking absorb them. But right now, we've done everything really of super importance that there is to do this turn. Alright, so I went into turn 99, and then my PC turned off. It's been a couple weeks since then, and I've been sick. Today I'm feeling well enough to record an episode, though it might sound funny. But let us continue over into turn 99. Finally, I know we had a lot of attacks queued up that we had to do. So we're going to be looking at those here. Here they come. So we do have a fight over here against Arabia, against a small Arabian army. They only have the palace guards. This must be their newest capital, and some urban militia. This should be pretty easy with no skirmishers. Our skirmishers were able to easily make quick work of their energy. Our heavy infantry wiped out the palace guards. Our frontline infantry are wiping out... Oh wait, no, there's still one palace guard here, actually. But the rest of their units are dead. The pursuit wipes out the final palace guard, and one of our generals has died. I hope that one wasn't young. Silax? I don't remember. Salabus is now leading another attack against Arabia. Another small enemy army. They actually do have some skirmishers this time, but only some regular infantry and urban militia to go with it. They are so absolutely defeated by the skirmishers, and since this is an attack, we're the attackers, and we have the elephants, then this actually does look very positive for us. Our elephants are very good so long as we initiate the attack. It's kind of a terrifying fact. But another general has died. Why did we just lose? Have we ever lost a general in combat before? I don't think we've ever lost a general in combat before. I don't think that's ever happened. So to have that happen is definitely quite strange. We're not doing terribly in terms of our culture decadence. Well, I mean, we're in the green, so of course not. But, you know, relatively to leaving the green, Arabia is proposing peace, but that doesn't actually mean anything because we just took them over. And I learned this when I went into the next turn originally, is that means you just instantly conquer them. When you take over every single territory that somebody has, why is this a slightly different color? I don't know. I don't know why it's... whatever. When you... I'm getting distracted. You conquer them instantaneously, regardless of war score or total limits. This isn't like a paradox game, I learned, where you still have a limit of what you can take, and that's how they balance the game. No, it's incredibly hard to hold on to everything when you take things over. Rebels will appear, and that's the way this game balances things. You would need to occupy everything to sustainably hold things, and that's how it encourages you to not take over a lot at once. But if you can hold and conquer everything, then you can get everything, minus anything that rebels, of course, because the rebels will have that. The Antigonids rejected whatever offer I sent them. Silax died. That's sad. He's going to need a new leader. There's another young general named Silax. Ooh, that sounds pretty nice. I think I might give him the new Silax. Yeah, 19 years old, +1 to offense, defense, hell yeah. Conquered that. Egypt conquered Arabia, the seat of power of Nabatea. Yeah, that's not great for them. Salabus has been killed. We need another general few. Not really sure who to give to you. Wilderness expert. Galusa's here. He's not bad. Galusa's not bad. Active in forested, rough, and mountainous terrains, and supply usage lessened. I mean, that's kind of like what the desert is. We could use some supply stuff lowered. I mean, I'd prefer that, I guess, on this one, honestly. It'd probably do better here, because this one is going to need the movement buff more. Supply usage doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'll put Galusa there. No penalty to swapping, because no time has passed. And then Silax goes here. Sure. I mean, hell, even that's not really needed, but hey. How's the general over here? 24? Yeah, so he's still pretty good. He's doing pretty all right. Now, we got a bunch of archers over here for this army. They've arrived. I'll merge them into that, and some heavy infantry showed up here as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 heavy infantry. Was that intended to go over here? 6 regular infantry as well? Yeah, okay, I guess so. I guess it was. And this is the original stack with the normal Cameliers. Still don't really understand the differences between the two Cameliers, to be honest. They look the same when they have identical things, but hey, I don't know. Maybe something affects the roll somehow. Haven't really tried to compare. I think I technically have been able to, but I haven't tried. Public Works has been finished over here. That's nice. We have some tracks placed down. And this is a location that's all by itself as well. Not in a province, so I could get it a monument so it finally has some culture. That would be pretty nice. Doesn't desperately need anything else, and culture is very important.
I don't expect the Seleucids to raid me, or the Marians. I don't think they even can raid me. A guard tower would generally be kind of nice as well. Not sure which one of those I care for more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 population here, removing population 12 or higher. That's not going to be too long for this world. So I think I'll take... How many slots do we have, actually? We have 5 building slots, so I actually have some room here. We do have cattle, so making the smokehouse is probably a good one. You have to stand on your own 2 feet, so let's make sure you can, you know, definitely do that. Now, we have other units en route to our other stacks. However, the desert is scorched, so they're not getting anywhere. This one of these new locations we took over is making a salt house. There's not even anything built here to begin with, so I'll take the shepherd house. That would be done in a single turn. We don't need anybody on money. You hardly need culture in a situation of being under pacification, so let's just move that around like so for right now. That's fine. The loyalty here, I imagine, is not too great. Actually, it's not too bad here, though I don't think we can really move if we wanted to. Well, actually, it looks like I can exit the Scorched Desert. I just can't go into Scorched Desert. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Well then. This other new location over here, we have somebody on money. We definitely don't need that. Don't need anybody on culture at the moment. Also, yeah, we already moved the guy off culture. There, the infrastructure is still not looking too amazing. Food being neutral is not terrible. Mesopotamia inferior. Oh, actually, we don't even have this in a province. So we definitely don't want to be just standing on this with this stack. That's definitely not good. And the defenses here are still just retardedly high in a lot of these locations. Now that I've just gotten out of a war and taken so much land, I'll definitely not want to jump directly into another war, especially while I am rebuilding down here. Our manpower's doing okay, not too amazing, especially now that I pushed these 4 units through. We do still definitely want more archers. We just need more manpower. We have the generals that are available. Our ruler's health degraded to fair. A local palace was gotten rid of. Yeah, they're all going to need to be gotten rid of. There's going to be some quick decadence gain, or, well, legacy and decadence, I guess. Decadence goes away, technically. Legacy, well, doesn't, sort of. But, well, it hasn't for me, because I'm always gaining it. So, legacy, some more legacy will always be useful if we're going to win this in the end. Let's see, the regular infantry that are going towards this stack, I think I'll tell to go over here, and then they can both meet up there next turn. That's a 1-turn time frame. The other one's kind of stuck at the moment. I don't think staying up here with this stack is actually the best idea, just because it's not part of a province. We do have 2 things of the province Nabatea now, but that's not enough to actually make the province, so those are not going to be the best off. Certainly not, and the revolt risk is not great either. Has a food usage of 12, so this is definitely negative for right now. There is a little bit of revolt risk to worry about if we were to maybe get rid of our units that are here. The Just Conquered there will be problematic. Just Conquered here is also problematic. I could move some of these units to try to prepare for any rebels or anything like that. I think that's essentially what I want to do. That involves, that's not going to be easy, right? Because scorched, but being in a place where we could at least respond to things would be great. That doesn't give me a lot of options here and now, mind you, but I guess I'll move right down here where we do have access to a little bit more in the way of food, and then I can move you up here to be the defensive unit there. Nothing else will change for that black line, and so that's fine. And now we have to kind of glance between all these other new locations we have that we need stuff. We really don't. No, I guess we do. We do and we don't. We don't need culture. We do need culture. There is a revolt risk, but it can get notably worse if I don't have that one guy on culture. So that just kind of has to stay put. The under pacification is definitely Not going to be very helpful. We have to wait for all this stuff to calm down. And hopefully we're not going to be dealing with any rebels or anything. Hopefully by the end of this. So a training ground was finished over here. And we have no revolt risk here, which is great. This produces coal. It needs lumber. We don't have any local lumber. We do have 3 building slots. Lumber can be imported from us, though that is not efficient money-wise. And it does put us at like a trade deficit kind of a thing. Still, the infrastructure bonus from this would be nice, and the coal as a resource would also certainly be nice. A theater's okay for some culture. It does cost some infrastructure. I got 2 guys on culture right now, which I don't think is too bad. So I don't really care about the amphora. The preserved food store is great, but you miss a lot of bonuses if you don't have other things, and it takes a long time to build. I will take something shorter to build, like the charcoal pile that gives me those base resources. That's what I'm going to do there. This is building at brickwork, which I don't even think that's what I want to be here. At a place this underdeveloped, what I really want is food. Even though nothing's going to make right now anyway, that's what I really want is just food. Yeah, this, or a wheel maker, honestly, it would actually be better. We take another look at it some other turn, but for now, I think that will be good. We also finished a guard tower out here in the middle of the desert. A lot of things we could get. City walls would be good. The public works would be great. I'll go for the public works because we've clearly gone very heavily into our defense already. It's either that or the ranch. I'll take the public works. They're both kind of the same. This is in Saracena anyway, so it's not so terrible. Public works was done in Cantonite. I'm saying that right. We only have a hemp field and the public works there. That's really not a lot. Well, I would love to have more metal. This place is too underdeveloped to really prioritize such a thing. So I'll just put the stud there. It kind of needs the basics, certainly. We got a slave over here in Himjar. Wonder if we could afford to move a bunch of dudes to culture. Yeah, it doesn't affect much at this point. I got 10 guys on culture there. That's pretty nice. I think I'm going to leave it that way. It doesn't really need more. This is an Arabia Felix after all. It's working on some buildings that will definitely work out well. A sacred estate has been finished here. That's this right here. That's what's building in the region I was just looking at in Himjar. That's a lot of culture and some loyalty. That's definitely pretty nice. What can we get then? We have 2 building slots available. There's the blacksmith that can give a little bit of metal, but that's not really worth it. The charcoal pile could be cool, but also this physician's house looks really good. The health bonus would help with growth better than food at this point. And culture, we have the bonus, would be great. Siege resist at 10% health bonus on top of that. Looks pretty good to me. Yeah, I think I will take the physician's house there. That looks good. Yes, sir. Yes, please. New population has been grown here. By default, he's in food production. It doesn't affect anything too greatly if I were to move him to, say, infrastructure. So I'll just have him on infrastructure. And then that's everything in terms of buildings up there. Can't forget about down here where we've just built a charcoal pile. Look at how many food things are built here. This was all built by Ethiopia is what this was built by. We finally have something that's not that. Couple of decent options here. Fortune teller could give me a loyalty bonus, which I really kind of need here. Or a wheel maker for a big infrastructure bonus, which could allow me to move some dudes to culture. It really depends. The raw number gained from the wheel maker is definitely better. So I'm going to take that since all bonuses are met. That definitely seems good to me. I know we're lacking on manpower right now after that to pump out more of these archers, and that's kind of like the main thing because we could just make these so quickly. But I think I can at least afford to queue one up right now. I almost wish I could tell it, hey, recruit this many, but only this many per turn, so no matter what the equipment's at, because we need another 8 and then we need another 8 on top of that. So I will take this army that's doing pretty well. I think I'm going to move it up towards Susiana. It's going to give me a way to actually expand still over here in this region while keeping an eye on it. It's a different province, right? But the Antigonids are doing a bad job of keeping control of this region. And so Acadia might end up being pretty much completely open for the taking at this rate. I mean, this one doesn't look like it's going to have a revolt, but I could still get it. And then that would actually allow me to go even further north, potentially. Regardless, I think it's worth looking into, which means I'm just going to have to slowly move up there. And I still have a alliance chance of 23% with the Antigonids, much less for cooperation. I will ask them for that alliance because I still think they're a really good idea for an alliance. 11% with Maria. I'll go ahead and ask them for that. Looking at... This is interesting, actually. If I wanted to purchase this to finish up the province, it looks like I probably could do that. 58% chance just providing them 4 Abyssinian archer units. I guess they just really value this. They might be at war still. That is a really good deal. If they'll take that, I'll gladly do that. It finishes up the province for me. Don't know why they're so willing. Clauses and war score relationship helps, but yeah, I don't know. I'll go ahead and offer them that. It's going to take them 2 turns to get back to me, so hopefully we'll have a little more manpower to be able to afford that cost that I am putting out there. Seems like a pretty good turn to me. Nothing else I really want to do. Let's go ahead and move it over into turn 100. This is the big centennial moment, motherfucker. Forget about millennials. We have centennials. Interesting that the terrain changed, the weather, the movement accounts for it. It accounts for weather that you don't even see yet. That's something that I don't like. That's weird. I think the weather should be within the 1 turn, but you saw my unit adjust its movement direction because it could. I don't know, whatever. Went down -1. Well, good thing I put some stuff into culture, because, I mean, look how close we are to not being on the green. Not that we need to be on the green anymore, but still. Alright, and damn, Macedonia's getting pretty high up there in legacy points. Slave markets. I'm just going to say distribute, honestly. Like, if there's anyone to distribute, distribute them. Probably already did that recently anyway. Sacred Estate is done over here now, too. That's nice. Look at that. So much culture. It has every bonus. Plus the loyalty just costs a little bit of food. That is amazing. I get even more loyalty and culture from the Oration Tribune. I would really like that. Yeah, dude, I would really, really like that. Primarily for the loyalty, not actually due to any other reason. I just want the loyalty. Yes. Damn, you can make a lot of money from coin making. What a surprise, right? If you're making money, you can make money if you have the resources to do it. I'm going to make that Tribune. I guess we do need culture overall. Not locally here, if you ask me at this point. This is like 10 dudes. But I definitely will take the loyalty bonus. We're at 81 here. I could do with it being a bit higher, certainly. The capital finished building the Builder's Hall. That looks pretty good. We could get the large walls built, or we could upgrade the Builder's Hall to the Builder's Guild, which is money and manpower, of which we have a lot of manpower now, actually. Money and manpower spent on a whole bunch of infrastructure and infrastructure bonuses. As the thing carrying infrastructure in the region, that is hard to say no to. Holy shit. A Namachia. That's how you say it. It's some fake water like gladiator games. It adds 40 loyalty if you build it. And you can earn money on it, or maybe just reduce the money spent. You can earn culture if you have certain resources that I don't have. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take that Builders Guild for sure, given what location this is. The Builders Guild would be very useful in this particular location. Thank you. Then we have the Shepherd House just finished building out here in Arabia Orientalis. That's pretty good. Ooh, and we actually have some dates here, but that's it. That's all. Not really much else. I could go heavier into food. I could go heavier into infrastructure. It's pretty nice to get the bonus from the dates, but also to get a bonus from the Wheelmaker. I would like both of these for this location, to be honest. They would both help the grander scheme of this province. The tavern would also be useful for loyalty. It's hard to say, but with 3 building slots available total, I think that I will probably go with the wheel maker. That bonus is just a better start, I think. And we just built a wheel maker right over here. Look at this. I could add a slave market. We don't always get to build those. I do like having them, even though they do increase that decadence. They help me purchase, move, and etc. slaves. And I do like using slaves to try to catch up to the big boys. Yeah. Oh man, there's a lot of things I need here. But these guys have the basics, so I think I'm going to go for that slave market for sure. And then we got a ranch now, and a new pop. A ranch and a new pop up here, and I can already compound that, I guess that's a word, by using the shepherd house. I think I would definitely take either the shepherd house or the smokehouse. The smokehouse would be better. It would definitely be better. I'll take the smokehouse. I'll move one guy to infrastructure since we know how that's going to go anyway. And these are mostly citizens anyway. So, yeah. Infrastructure was added there. That looks pretty good. We finished a stud in Manatee, and these guys really don't have the basics yet. So, anything super basic is probably pretty good, like a ranch. I'll take a ranch here. Yeah, nothing super special. I'll just take whatever I can get, realistically. Having the one guy on culture here, I'm not even sure if that's really necessary at the moment. It doesn't change too much, because this is in Saracen. It's in a province in total. I guess we'll keep that. We got an extra population here. It immediately, automatically went on food. Wonder if infrastructure changes very much. I mean, probably not. We are adding to an infrastructure building right now, but hey. We have finished a stud just slightly north of that. We don't even have a public works here. We do have a bunch of food buildings. I'll take the public works there. Yeah, that looks pretty nice to me. This is one of those recently taken over things. I'll go ahead and move some guy down to infrastructure so that we're breaking positive at least on that. I could take this small stack here and merge it with the big stack. There you go. You got some more regular infantry. I think I'll have the stack here kind of trailing after this other one to kind of reinforce from the rear. Hopefully this province has enough food to sustain all this. I am building other things that make food, like this flax field, so it says growth, right? So that's a good sign. These guys are coming up to meet up with these guys, and down here we're gonna want to make sure that we are, once again, recruiting some more. It's actually 10. I have to get this up to 10, not 8 or whatever. Although I am nervous about how much I'm recruiting at once while I have a potential deal going through that's going to basically require 4 of these guys to be made at once. And I think that manpower comes from me. So I'll just add the +1 because we could do more later and that'll be fine. We have an anchorage that finished building over on this little island here, which I'm having a struggle to try to view. And ooh boy, look at these options. Those are some options, yes sir. I guess it feels like the movement doesn't matter from the public works, but it's still infrastructure for no slot costs, so yeah, you could definitely expect me to take that. I think that's a nice full episode by this point. I don't actually know. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. I actually got a potential for some multiplayer of this game coming up soon, so I'm curious to see if I can get a series of that started. For now though, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.